Hello, my name is Emma. If you've been on my channel before, you might remember that a while ago I did a video on unboxing blind box figures and turning whatever I got into a character. I'm a big collector of these things and I make artwork, so it was a very fitting pair. I have always planned on revisiting this concept again, and what is a better time than now? Blind box culture and premium art-focused toys have been growing in popularity for the past 3 years, I'd say, but we have truly reached the peak now. Labubus, even if you don't explicitly know what these things are, you've probably seen them on the internet somewhere. People are going crazy for these blind box keychains. I like Labubus, I think they're cute, but hot take, I don't think they're the cutest thing that popmart, the makers of Labubus, has to offer. Definitely not cute enough to buy out an entire vending machine, start fight, verbal altercations, and breaking into cars, which, believe it or not, has been happening, and we will be getting into this a little bit later on, don't worry. In this video, I have a variety of different blind boxes I am going to be opening and making into OCs. I got all of these blind boxes in person at a mall, and they were pretty much all grossly overpriced from what is online. That or these pieces have just gone up in price dramatically in the past 2 years, which wouldn't surprise me either. I actually got to go to one of the popmart vending machines to get some of these items. I thought the vending machine would be cheaper. No, it was not. This is a very expensive hobby, and I usually only will buy myself one blind box once in a while, so don't be fooled. This is not how I live my life. I was not able to obtain a Labubu in person, but stay till the end. I will be talking about my adventures with getting my own Labubu and a little giveaway for you guys, so stay tuned if you want to see the details on that. We're adding more characters to my extremely long roster of OCs, and one way I like to categorize my OCs is with today's sponsor, Unvale. Unvale is a 100% AI-free community for creatives. Whether you are a character artist, writer, or storyteller, you will be welcome with open arms. On your Unvale profile, you can create unique character profiles for all your OCs. There's so many categories to flesh out your characters. One of my favorites is the trait page, as it helps me get some ideas flowing and ask you some questions you may not have thought of for your character. Along with the presets, you can also add your own questions if there's something specific the sheet might be missing. You can add multiple photos of your character to the gallery to really show them off, write about their lore, and fully customize their profile with different colors. To further add organization, Unvale allows you to categorize multiple characters into unique worlds that you create. You can even add pictures and descriptions to flesh it out even more. Multiple users can collaborate on worlds, a great way to connect with fellow artists. Speaking of connection, Unvale has an extremely welcoming and kind community of artists, and it's so easy to discover others on their discovery page. Almost every character I see has positive interactions, and it's so refreshing to see, especially nowadays. If you're an artist and you're interested in checking out Unvale, you can sign up for free today with the link in my description below. Thank you, Unvale, and let's get into designing these characters. Here we are. We have our haul. As you can see, there's one thing absent. Hello. A Labubu. I could not, for the life of me, get my hands on a Labubu for the market price. People are going cuckoo crazy over them, and I can't exactly get behind that. So I have a large array of things. Who should we do first? You. I'm gonna pull a vanilla mace probably, but I really love, this one's cute. This one's extremely cute. I love that one. I will be so pissed if I get Go Potty, okay? No. And this is the Lulu series. I love this one so much. And then the specials, I'd be happy with either of them. The prices have gone up a little bit since I've done blind boxes before. Maybe it's just because I actually went to a physical store, but whatever. Don't fail me. Okay, I'm not looking at the card. Dude, if it's the Potty, it's so bad, dude.
Oh, who is you?
Are you kidding me? Alright, maybe it's cute. I mean, that's cool. Dude, how am I how how am I gonna make a character based on Potty Pig? Not gonna lie, I'm not really messing with the Potty Pig, so we're gonna put him over here, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Let's just say I was definitely upset to get the Poopy Pig, but he has grown on me. I decided he is going to live in my bathroom. That's the most perfect place for him, obviously. I just have to figure out where the most sanitary place for him is. I would like to say this one stumped me, but once I actually got drawing and playing around with stuff, the idea came pretty quickly. This figure is very bathroom toilet focused, and I wanted to get away from any reference to pooping or peeing, but I also wanted this to have some relation to bathroom. So obviously the route to go down was a angsty alternative teen who basically lives in the high school bathroom, cutting class, smoking cigarettes, the works. Everyone looks at this pig and thinks exactly the same thing. Am I right? Jokes aside, I was pretty happy with this idea, and I think it played off the theme well while also avoiding poopsie slime surprise vibes. In this video, I tried to do a lot of things I feel like I haven't played around with in a while, so different body types and a lot of different ages. I feel like I don't explore different age groups. I usually make characters around 20s to 30s, so this was a good exercise. The fashion is pretty simple and not something I'm unfamiliar with, but I tried to add little things that would add details from the blind box figure. I added a little bit of pink to his hair. I added a bear design to his t-shirt to reference the headband the pig is wearing, and also a little pig on his jeans that he's drawing on. His mom is going to be pissed at him. I added the classic S that I never learned how to do, but you know what? I figured out how to do it on my own. I didn't look up a reference, and I never knew how to do it before, so I'm proud of myself. Also, the pig drawing is that pig trick song. A little circle, big circle. Half circle, big circle. W, W, E, E, E. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I thought it was kind of a cute little detail as well. I don't usually name characters like these when I design them, but for some reason this one was just screaming the name Nathan. Don't you think he looks like a Nathan? I'm really proud of this pose. I think he looks pretty natural, and that makes me happy because I don't usually draw body types like this for men that often, so I'm extremely happy with how he came out. He's a rebel, and he will never leave that bathroom. He will forever cut class. Alright, who's next? I'm thinking Twinkle Twinkle. And you know what? I will tell you which ones I wanted at the end because I'm not going to say them out loud, and we'll see what happens. I got the one I did not want. Oh my god, dude. No. This is not okay. This is not okay. Guys. Oh, look at him there, though. Why did they make the eyes so dark around? You know what? I will love him and I will give him a home, but oh Lord. And we had a double whammy, 2 for 2 flops. But regardless, I was determined to make this a somewhat compelling character design. For this project, as I said, I was really set on experimenting, so I experimented with a different style somewhat for this one. I really wanted to do a character with big glasses, and I didn't want to draw heavily detailed eyes, so I made very cartoonish eyes for her, and I think it works so well. I've never really done something like this before, and it was nice to break free of the chain of my own art rules and do something super stylized for fun. I looked into this plushie a little closer, and I think it's supposed to be a wooden stick from an ice cream pop that he's holding because his name is Baby Ice Pop. I don't know what the writing says on the stick. If somebody knows, let me know in the comments. After I knew that, my first thought was ice cream. I think this girl really likes to get ice cream pops, and this poses her ordering another one after she's already had her first treat, which go off girl, have your sweet treats. I thought this was a okay interpretation of that plushie. I believe Twinkle characters are stars, so I incorporated a lot of stars, and I wasn't really looking at him while I was designing this character, so unfortunately I misremembered how yellow he was. He's actually a little more cream colored, but I still think it's pretty readable for the most part. I know I really didn't like him and thought he was ugly, but I put him on my shelf with all of my other knickknacks and he honestly completed. I think he actually adds a lot. So really all he needed was to be with his community. And that fixed him. She's probably my favorite of this video. I love the pose and the stylization of her body and her glasses. She's just so stinking cute. I'll squish her. Alright, we're gonna go with this one. I really love the airplane. The kangaroo's fine. This one's fine. Cute. Cute, cute. No, cute. Cute, cute. Our odds are pretty good. Oh god. Oh, I got the one I wanted. This one is cute. I want a hug. Oh my god, I'm so happy. The sweet bean plane really stumped me for a while. I, for some reason, really hated the idea of just going with the easiest route, which was making a plane pilot, and at this point, I had the idea in my head that I would make all of these designs vaguely school themed, so I went with elementary school teacher. FYI, this did not play out the way I thought it would. On TikTok, I see teachers on my For You page who do these extremely intricate and detailed themed classroom, which I find so interesting and fun because when I was in elementary school, any teacher who had a fun classroom really got little me excited, so I wanted to channel that energy a bit. I imagine this is her preparing for a new school year, and she always gets way too into whatever theme she's doing, so she customizes everything to the nines, including what she wears. I like to imagine she custom embroidered her skirt to match the planes in her classroom. I went for an older woman, though I still think she looks pretty young. Minus the wrinkles, I tried to square her jaw and I added some gray hair. I imagine she's in her 40s, but her eyes are still a little too big. I think I need to work on older people's proportions a bit more. I messed with her pose for way too long. I just couldn't get it to look right. I thought it looked really stiff, but I think in the end it worked out pretty well. I think she's pretty cute. Maybe not the most inspiring one, but over time she's definitely grown on me. I'm not the biggest fan of like Disney merchandise, but I thought these looked really cute. These are humongous. Oh, I didn't say which ones. There's limited choices. I love Donald. Minnie's really cute. Goofy's very cute. I love Daisy. Pluto's cute too. Oh my god, these are so freaking cute. Okay, these are not worth the money at all. Please do not buy these if you don't want to. Do not be influenced by me. These are my own bad financial, but oh my god, he's so cute. I was so happy with this pull. However, this character gave me some trouble. Like the previous character, I was determined not to just go for the easiest route, which in my mind was Disney adult. No, I was determined to not make this character Disney themed in the slightest, so that's a challenge, obviously. I racked my brain for a while. I almost went for a themed restaurant worker, but I had already done something similar to that in my previous blind box video, so I looked around Pinterest and was really inspired by 70s work uniforms, especially ones in grocery stores. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. That's just what I went with. If anything, this keychain is giving sailor, not grocery store worker, but just hear me out. I have this idea in my head that I would create the Mickey Mouse silhouette with a bunch of oranges in the character's hand, but it would be impossible to hold oranges with one hand like that, so I put this little hanging fruit thing, and I don't really know what it adds other than making a hidden Mickey. Lazy, I know, but I think I was trying to do too many things and I wanted something to stick, but it never did. I think She is very serious about her job and she likes to be tedious about her job, so she regularly inspects the fruits and vegetables. Maybe she doesn't need to do that, but she's committed. This girl was another one that I instantly had a name for in my head, and that name was Dot. Isn't that just so fitting for her? I have a lot of petite women characters, but I feel like they're always pretty filled out in the bust and thigh area, so I tried to make a really petite woman, a flat girl. I don't know how well that reads under her clothes, but it was an interesting thing to explore. Her uniform isn't the most inspired. I didn't want it to be too busy because this is a work uniform. All the employees that work there wear this, so I didn't want it to be too much. I used hairbrushes by Vigalia for the texture, and I think that's what really sold this design for me. She's definitely not my favorite, and I think the pose is a little stiff. And I definitely stretched the concept a little too far, but it's okay. At least I finished it. Last but not least, the one I'm most excited for, I saw these in the store. I've never seen these before until I went to the store, but I thought they were so stinking cute. So, these are all the ducks you can get. I really love this one, this one, this one, this one. I love this one so much, and I love this one so much. Shall we? Oh, I got the princess one. I didn't want the princess one, but that's okay. But look. Oh, look at the little face. I feel like some people are gonna find this ugly. I genuinely think they're very cute, so. I think, I don't know. Oh wait, this is, oh my goodness. This is, guys, I'm not liking this. Should I take it off? I mean, it is mine. Oh, it came off so easily. Oh my God, I love it so much more. Stand up, girl, stand up. Oh my God, look at her. I was just rewatching that. The way it fell. She slays. I went the hard route for every single one of the characters, and now I'm going the easy route. This blind box duck screams grumpy child, and that's exactly what I did. I'd say I've drawn a lot of children over the years. It's not something I consistently do, but it's something I've dabbled in. However, I've never really tried to stylize children in a way that looks really different from the way I draw adult characters. I see this character as preschool, kindergarten age. She's still got that baby fat. I wanted to give her little chubby cheeks and big eyes, and she's just not happy. It's her first day of school, and I was channeling my own energy because I always hated school, so this was sort of cathartic. I looked into children's 2000s and 2010 fashion because that's what's nostalgic to me. I definitely wore something like this when I was younger. I imagine it's one of those skirt, shirt, dress combos. They're connected. You know what I'm talking about? I also added those little frilly socks that I would wear when I was little. Just very nostalgic and fun. Ooh, maybe she's in the plain teacher's class and she's really not looking forward to school, but she goes to her class and she loves it and she loves her teacher. That's really cute. See? It connected somewhere. I know this one is sort of simple and I definitely wanted to go in a different direction, but I do like how she turned out and I think it was, again, something interesting to explore, so I'm happy with that. But we're not done. As promised, this video does have a Labubu. I got this Labubu off the popmart store, but that is putting it very simply because it was almost impossible to obtain one of these figures on the popmart website. Popmart is interesting because they have this special way you can buy mystery figures, which is called Pop Now. And basically, people have 4 minutes to reserve a specific box or plural boxes if you're a bot or lucky, I guess, to buy, which you can then virtually open online and you get to see what you'll get before you even get the physical object. Popmart will randomly drop Labubus about every day. Sometimes it would be at 9 p.m., sometimes it would be at 1 a.m., sometimes it would be at 3 a.m. I would check randomly, and when they had a drop, every single box on that roster would be locked, and you would have to wait for the 4-minute timer to run down. Most of the time, the timer would reset immediately before you could even click the box, And if you're planning on getting a Labubu, at least right now, you will never see a ungray box. So just keep clicking, I guess. I continuously tried to get a Labubu for, I'm not kidding, 3 days in a row while I was on a family vacation until I finally succeeded and got one. I unboxed it on the app, so I already knew what it was going to be before I got the physical box because I needed to get this video done. So as you can see, I got Cece. Not the one I really wanted. I really wanted QQ or Baba, but still very cute, and I was happy with Cece. Or was I? More on that in a bit. I do think Labubus are very cute, and I do really like the Have a Seat series. The other series I'm not that keen on, but there's so many Labubu-esque keychains. Now I think you're better off just looking for a cute one and getting that because this is just ridiculous. And unfortunately, I got a bit addicted to trying to get the Labubu. After I got CC, I said I was done. I don't need any more. Then I kept going back on the app and looking more and seeing if I could get another one and saying if I could just get another one, I just want to see what the hints are. I won't actually get it, and then I got one, and then I bought it, and then I got QQ, so I'm very happy that I got her, but I really wanted Baba, so after I got QQ, the next couple days, I kept going on the app, and I said if I get one more, I'll get it, because it might be Baba, and I got another one, and it was not Baba, it was Cece, and then I deleted the app. Genuinely, what do these keychains do to people? I didn't even care that much and I bought 3. That is so unlike me. I don't know what happened. But it turned out to be kind of a blessing because I got the double of the video I'm already working on. So I get to give it to one of you guys, including a custom print of the character design of this specific blind box. Signed, by the way, another fancy keychain, maybe a couple other goodies, and some stickers. So if you're interested in this giveaway, here's how you can enter. First, you must subscribe to my YouTube channel. Second is comment what your favorite color is along with what your favorite character design of this video was. And the third is to like this video, and that's it. I will announce the winner a week after this video is uploaded on YouTube posts, so check that out. Good luck to everyone. I know it would have been a little more fun if the Labubu was a mystery, but it'll be brand new in the package, so I hope that's sufficient. Alright, enough of that. On to the artwork. This one had me a little stumped, but I went mega comfort zone, and I will be honest, it felt really good after doing a bunch of struggle bus characters. This character is heavily inspired by Vanilla Mace. She's been mentioned a few times in this video. I'm obsessed with her. I think she's really cool. She's just one of those YouTubers that are really comforting, but also very funny. I came up with the idea that this character is a secret siren. That's why she has pointy teeth and a summery fashion sense. I forgot about this older brand Bebe, and it turned out to be perfect because all of the little Labubu characters in the Have a Seat series have 4-letter double names, so I could replicate the Bebe logo with Cece's name, and I love that detail. I gave her more of a Labubu face than I anticipated, but I think it makes it look more recognizable and it's just fun. I did a more complex background for this character because I am going to be making this a print for the giveaway, as I said, and I think it adds so much. I think it really elevates it. She's so freaking cute. I've consumed a lot of Labubu content, and I actually wanted one before they got super duper popular. I know, so hipster of me, but it's the truth, and I haven't been able to get one because of the popularity. I think the popularity has really gotten out of hand. It's really reminding me of the Beanie Baby craze in the late 90s. And of course, when something gets extremely popular, there's going to be people who hate the thing, and I get it. It is kind of annoying, and if you don't find Labubus cute, obviously you're not going to like seeing them everywhere. But I think making fun of people or hating them just because they're quote-unquote overconsumption is a little silly. I get the overconsumption thing. I do think people go maybe a little overboard, but I also think people who complain about that forget that people genuinely collect these things. I personally collect a lot of little trinkets and such. It is kind of cool to see something like this so mainstream. It's extremely mainstream, but at the same time it is a bit annoying because you got resellers and you got just people that are very obnoxious about it. So I do get where people who may not like Labubus are coming from, but it will inevitably go away soon, and once that happens, I can't wait to see all the posts of people being like, oh my god, can you believe that you guys let me buy a Labubu? Who let me buy a Labubu? Mark my words, that is going to happen. But regardless, here's the final product. She is so freaking cute, and I really love how this one turned out, even though it is a bit more simple and similar to a lot of things I've already done. I love her hair and I love her glasses, and she is so yay. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was very fun to do. Kind of expensive. Praying it doesn't flop, please, YouTube gods. And please watch this video. If you guys would be interested in more content like this, I would really be down. I've had my eye on those LPS blind boxes at Five Below. I think they look interesting, and I think it would be really cool to do something like this with those. Maybe I'll do that one day. Don't forget to comment below for the giveaway. I know it's not a huge giveaway, but never done one before, so I'm kind of testing things out, and I hope to make one of you happy. Subscribe, and as always, peace! Forget Labubu, you got Lapupu.